Alright, welcome back everyone. My name is Pratash here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you guys another video. So I hope you guys are all doing well and that you're having a great day. I really do appreciate you guys joining me for this video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a few pieces of news I've got pulled up for you here. To start things off, Ethereum 1.x devs focusing on stateless clients to curb chain bloat. So we're going to be taking a look at that. Another interesting piece of news here. So Swiss regulated digital asset bank plans a $95 million capital raise. So in the news recently, the Swiss bank came up being the first bank to start offering digital assets. So we're going to be taking a look at that. I did also want to give you guys my thoughts and perspectives on the market and where we are currently with both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And just a little bit of a story that I have for you guys, which I'll be sharing with you at the end of the video. So if you guys do enjoy this type of content, and if you do find some value from today's video, please be sure to drop a like for me. It definitely lets me know that you enjoyed it. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you find some value, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I post cryptocurrency content like this as often as I can for you guys, trying to keep you guys informed and up to date. I would love to have you guys join along with the conversation. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know any comments or suggestions down in the comment section below. So guys, let's get started taking a look here. Ethereum. So while Ethereum continues to develop the next stage of its evolution with its sharding-enabled Ethereum 2.0, a group of developers will focus on the existing chain to maintain its operability during the transition. Dubbed Ethereum 1.x, the project's goal is to maintain Ethereum's usability while the Serenity upgrade is being worked on. As explained in a December 10th blog post by Ethereum Foundation, the new version is still years away. So this is a quote. Our story begins with a realization by core developers that the final phase of the Ethereum roadmap, Serenity, would not be ready as early as originally hoped. With potentially many years before a full Ethereum 2.0 rollout, the current chain would need changes to ensure that larger problems that wouldn't render Ethereum inoperable before a comprehensive protocol upgrade could be delivered. All right. While there are no single insurmountable issues, the developers point to single degradations of performance due to the continuous growth of the blockchain. Full nodes currently need to download and process the entirety of Ethereum's history, currently weighing over 200 gigabytes. This figure grows by 10 to 15 gigabytes every month and leads to issues with node operation and network latency. The slightly separate issue of state bloat would also make block verification harder. Okay, so with this article, essentially what they're saying is that they're currently working towards proof of stake. And right now, the way that they're building this system to transition from a proof of work protocol to a proof of stake protocol, it's almost like repairing an airplane while it's in flight, right? If you think about the upgrades that they're having to do, imagine repairing an airplane while it's in the air carrying passengers. I mean, the process that they're going through right now, it's amazing if they're going to be able to pull it off. I do have high hopes for Ethereum. I do think that it is going to be around and it's a relevant blockchain project. But these are just some of the highlighted issues that they're experiencing right now. I definitely do still have faith in the project. I think that they will pull it off. You know, fingers crossed with what they have going on with DeFi and the use case that the Ethereum blockchain has. I do think that they are going to be able to pull something off here. But where we're at currently, so let's continue reading. So it's saying how Ethereum 1.x solves the problem. So several solutions are proposed to mitigate part of the issues. Pruning, the deletion of certain unneeded blockchain data, could mitigate storage requirements, but is complex to implement. Network latency can be fixed with block pre-announcement, where miners would announce new blocks before they are validated. This would give more time for nodes to distribute block information, ensuring the correct operation of the blockchain. This optimization is within reach, according to the developers. Finally, reducing state bloat is the core direction of research. An earlier proposal on introducing state rent, where smart contracts would have to pay fees for their share of state usage, was thrown out as unfeasible. Instead, Ethereum 1.x is introducing the concept of stateless clients. Instead of storing the entire state, clients will simply compute the changes to it from a previous block. using block witnesses to ensure their validity. Though some nodes will still need to maintain the entire state, the benefits appear to be significant. All right, so the developers are figuring out ways to be able to keep up with the demand for the network as they transition from a proof of work to proof of stake. So lots of things happening with Ethereum. With DeFi, there's a tremendous amount of development happening with that particular project. And let's continue reading. Next piece of news, what I have for you guys, Swiss-regulated digital asset bank plans a $95 million capital raise. So in the news recently, there was an article that was put out stating that a Swiss bank is going to start offering digital assets as a holdings, so you can keep your Bitcoin or you can keep your Ethereum within a bank. I'm not sure why you would want to do that. The entire premise of cryptocurrencies is to be your own bank, but hey, that's what these banks do, right? They're going to exploit the money-making process some way or another. So taking a look at it here, SEBA, a young Swiss-based digital asset bank holding regulatory licensing, looks to attempt a secondary capital raise to garner over 95 million in additional funds. During the raise, SEBA aims to secure 100 million Swiss francs, equivalent to $96.5 million from new investors, including financial institutions, family offices, and individuals. The crypto-friendly startup SEBA Bank AG announced its launch on November 12, 2019, after Switzerland's Financial Market Supervisory Authority, FINMA, approved the outfit to operate in the world of securities and banking. SEBA raised significant capital in its first fundraising round, attracting over $103 million in USD terms, according to SEBA CEO. All right, we are proud to have funded a bank within 18 months, raising 100 million in Swiss francs. So there is definitely demand for custodianship of digital assets. In this case, guys, if you are interested in holding cryptocurrencies, you need to just go ahead and buy a ledger. What they're doing here is they're essentially offering a custodial services for cryptocurrencies. Are you gonna give your Bitcoin to a bank? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But hey, that's beyond me. So let me know what you guys think about that. That's an interesting one. All right, so guys, that is it for news. I wanted to give you guys my thoughts and perspectives on where we are with the current state of the market. So where we are currently, taking a look here, this is Ethereum pulled up on the daily. And what we can see is that the price is flirting with this 200-day moving average. Let me scoot this over. The 200 EMA is where we're at right now. We had quite a move out of this downward sloping trend line here. And right now where you can see 200 EMA. So that is a significant long-term resistance level for Ethereum to break. If we are able to close a daily candle above that level, I would think that the trend is going to begin to go parabolic very quickly. We did have quite a move. This is quite a move out of this downward sloping resistance. So I would expect to see a higher low form. For people who are looking for long entries, I'm looking for a higher low. But if we are able to close above this 200 EMA, that's what I'm looking for on a longer term time perspective. And with Bitcoin here, we can see as well, we were able to close very significantly above this 200 EMA. So that's definitely a big thing. The 200 EMA is more of a longer term moving average for those investors out there. 200 EMA is what I would pay attention to if you are looking for longer term investments. What we can see here, for those of you guys who were in the space at the time, back in 2019, we had this huge move. This candle came on significant volume that broke us over this 200 EMA, and the move was hard and fast. We went parabolic. Nobody was expecting it, caught everybody off guard, and we experienced the back end of that with this significant downtrend. So here we are after months of lower highs and lower lows. We are beginning to change the trend here. So Bitcoin is looking very interesting as well. what I would expect to see here is for us to come back, potentially back test this 200 EMA as support, maybe forming a higher low, maybe not even coming down that far, but that's what I would expect to see. And we can see that the next significant level of resistance is definitely at this $9,000 level. So that's what I'm looking at here in terms of the price chart. And for those of you guys who did stick around till the end, I promised you guys I would share a bit of a story with you. So interesting little bit. I was actually on a computer at my work, and I had a coworker come by, and he noticed that I was looking at charts, and he was asking me, "Oh, you looking at stocks?" I was like, "No, man, cryptocurrencies." So we got to talking, and I was mentioning like, "Hey, like it's taken me a really long time to learn this stuff. Like, if you're gonna start," he was asking me like, "What do I do to get started?" I was like, if I was to give, and guys, this is not financial advice, but if I was to suggest anything, I would say start small. If you're just getting started and if you're interested in cryptocurrency, I know a lot of you guys who are subscribers to the channel, you guys have been in the space for a while, but as far as having conversations with coworkers, family members, like what do you say to these people who you're trying to talk to about cryptocurrency? For starters, I would say if you're in the space, before you begin to put any money in, be sure to do some research. Just do some basic research of the fundamentals of why cryptocurrency is significant. I would start there. I would begin to first get an idea of your education and where you stand with it, as far as why you think you should be investing in it. And that's with anything really. You should always do your own research. But then I would say, start small. And that's exactly what I told my coworker. I was saying, like, start small. It's taken me years to learn this stuff, almost 3-4 years now. So, and I was talking to him about the price of Bitcoin. He was saying, yeah, Bitcoin is at $8,000. I was like, yeah, I think that's on the low end of things, right? I mean, for those of us who are going to be holding into the next cycle, we know that, $8,000 is probably going to be dwarfed by some of the numbers that we're going to be looking at potentially in the next year or two. If you're going to be holding for until 6 figures, I mean, $8,000, that's definitely on the low end. I mean, granted, it's not as good as having gotten in maybe somewhere here, or even if you were back in before 2017, like at $1,000, even a few $100s. But where we are with the current cycle, it's going to be very interesting to see what types of moves that we can expect from cryptocurrencies. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I do appreciate you all. The channel has been growing tremendously. It's been a slow, steady start, but I do feel like it's definitely taking off. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out again. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all the support and really helping me grow. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until the next one, guys, take care.